Hello everyone! Boat ramps never forgive overconfidence, where perfectly planned launches turn into full crowd entertainment, and trucks discover the water wasn't part of the original plan. From brakes bowing out early to captains improvising in real time, today's lineup is wall-to-wall chaos. They called it Wing It, and mate, they really committed to the bit. A Hilux, a boat trailer, and a hill that had absolutely no business being part of anyone's fishing trip. No four-low, no lockers, no plan. Just vibes, wheel spin, and a commentary track more dramatic than the movie Titanic. The water's right there, at the bottom of the hill, where water usually lives. But hey, they made it out, bent crossbar and all. Some people read the manual. These legends just wing it. Early morning, beautiful sunrise, and one John boat firmly stuck in the rocks with a motor that's given up on life. The trailer's empty, the truck's waiting, and this guy's doing everything. Yanking, pulling, leaning, cussing, just trying to get free. And when all else fails, you grab the paddle and you earn it the old-fashioned way. His own words, a few laughs and some cuss words. Stuff happens to people that do stuff. And honestly, that's the most honest thing anyone's ever said at a boat ramp. Hats off to this one. He didn't quit, he just paddled harder. No lines, no fenders, no clue, and straight into the drink between the dock and the boat. One guy dives, one guy watches, and the ladies on board just reach out like a rope was optional. The Sea Pro says pro right on the side. The crew did not get that memo. Hawkesbury River Rescue, because someone decided the boat ramp was optional. A white car, a river it had no business being in, and a bloke on a boat watching like he's seen this before. No trailer, no plan, just a sedan taking its first and last swim. The good news? Someone made it out. The bad news? The car did not. They say the Hawkesbury is beautiful this time of year. Apparently, the cars agree. The boat made it to the water. The truck decided to join it. Dock full of witnesses, zero volunteers to help. Miami boat ramps, where confidence is high and rope skills are absolutely nowhere to be found. He grabbed the line, the boat kept moving, and physics did the rest. Straight into the drink. And just when you think it's over, she goes in right behind him like it was planned. Two people in the water, boat still not docked, and a dock full of witnesses who all had the same thought. In Miami, the ramp doesn't just take your dignity, it takes the whole crew. Brand new pontoon boat, fresh off the lot, and somehow already upside down on the ramp before it ever touched the water. Nobody knows how. Nobody knows why. Somewhere in Britain, a wildlife tours boat decided the trailer was optional. One bad launch, a stranded Land Rover, and now everyone's just waiting for the tide to fix it. Nature's the best recovery crew, and she works for free. Every single person on that dock had a beer in their hand. And somehow that's the least surprising part of this whole thing. The boat drifted, the rope won, one guy went in and just vanished. Nobody helped, nobody moved. They just stood there heckling like it was a sport. Meanwhile, the guy in the water is holding on for dear life with one hand, and his beer with the other. Priorities sorted. Some days the dock is telling you to go home, and this was one of those days. They just didn't listen. All he wanted was a peaceful fishing trip with his wife. What he got was a front row seat to watching his truck slowly disappear into the lake. Someone had to swim down just to hook up the winch and drag it back out. Not exactly the catch of the day he had in mind, but hey, at least nobody drowned. That's the bar now. Lake Mead, beautiful day, and a bayliner that just face-planted off its own trailer. Everybody's standing on top watching. Nobody's got a plan. Poor boat never even saw the water. Miami boat ramps, where the throttle is always wide open and neutral, is just a suggestion. Coming in hot, bouncing off everything, and not a single person on board with a clue what to do next. Boats don't have brakes, folks. And this guy found out the hard way in front of a full audience. Their mistake was buying a boat. And honestly, at this point, the ramp agrees. Here's a masterclass in how one small mistake turns into a very expensive afternoon. Boats in forward, pushing the truck deeper into the water instead of pulling away from it. The driver gets out, mid-disaster, like stepping out is somehow part of the plan. Meanwhile, the kid's standing in the water, the truck's going nowhere fast, and the boat's just doing its own thing. Sometimes the ramp doesn't just take your truck, it takes your whole day with it. Red Dodge Ram, beautiful sunny day, perfect marina, and somehow the truck ends up in the water without the boat even being involved. The whole dock stopped what they were doing just to watch this unfold in real time. It took a tow rope, a crowd of strangers, and what looked like half the neighborhood just to drag it back out. Some days you launch the boat, some days the ramp just takes the truck and calls it even. Loading a jet ski onto a trailer. One of the simplest things you can do on the water. Unless you're this guy. Multiple attempts, zero success, and a crew that's running out of patience fast. Some people need a pool before they get a ramp. Backing up with a trailer too hard? No worries. Just carry it yourself like a real one. Laughlin, Nevada, where they'll rent a jet ski to anyone with a pulse and a credit card. No license, no clue, no problem, until the dock disagrees. Two in the water, one lassoing the dock like a cowboy, and the captain smoking a cigar like everything's under control. It is not under control. Worst circus ever at the boat ramp. No captain, no clue, and somehow everyone ended up swimming except the guy with the cigar. All the gear, absolutely zero idea. Pontoon coming in, one lady on the dock holding the rope like she's planning to stop it with pure willpower. The boat had other ideas, still learning the docking process, and the dock is a very patient teacher. Never stand outside the rail, never give up the smart end of the line, and maybe watch one YouTube video first. Yowie Bay boat ramp. Mossy, low tide, and claiming another brand new Ford Ranger. Not operator error this time. Just a ramp that's been overdue for maintenance since forever. Low tide, mud everywhere, and this trophy boat decided everyone else's clean hull was optional. Blasting through the shallows, spraying mud all over the neighboring boats like it's a car wash. In reverse. The impeller's toast, the engine's cooked, and the marina's furious. Some people buy a boat, they just never buy a clue. Full throttle, no brakes, and a dock that never saw it coming. That boat didn't crash, it made an entrance. Boat won't come off the trailer, and nobody can figure out why. Back and forth, a stranger jumps in the water to help, and still nothing. The straps. It was the straps. Still attached the whole time. A $250,000 boat, a Jeep that probably shouldn't be towing it, and not a single checklist between them. And now these people are going out on the water with the rest of us. One loose boat, zero crew, and a whole marina paying the price. Tie your lines, people, or the night shift does it for you. No straps, no tie downs, roller trailer. And the boat decided it was done riding along. Slides right off on the highway like it had somewhere better to be. And the best part? He didn't even notice and kept driving. Did a whole lap before coming back for it. The winch wasn't locked, the safety chain wasn't hooked, and the boat decided it was done with the trailer. Slides right off, and now they're standing there pushing it by hand, trying to get it back on. No plan, no clue, and definitely something in the cooler that wasn't helping the situation. The ramp had one job, and these guys made even that look complicated. Port Botany boat ramp, where the ramp is slippery as ice at low tide, and the council hasn't done a thing about it. A classic Ford Falcon, mint condition, hooks up the boat and heads down the ramp like any normal day. Then the tires lose grip, the brakes do nothing, and the whole rig slides backwards into the water in front of a crowd that can only watch. 3 people standing there, nobody throws a rope, nobody does anything, just watches the Falcon go under. The ramp had already taken a few victims before this one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new and click one of the videos on screen for more chaos. See you at the next one. Goodbye.